G'day virtual pilots, it's Requiem, and today we're going to look at the BF-109 K-4. Here's your tail wheel control. Pulling it back will unlock it, pushing forward will lock it. Here we have your flap control wheel. So as we extend the flaps, each black mark you see will equal 10 degrees of flaps. You can retract that. The wheel next to that is your horizontal stabilizer trim, as well as the tailplane incidence indicator. If it's a minus value, your nose is up, and if it's plus, the nose is down. Here's your throttle, fuel feed selector, little box underneath the quadrant, that's your propeller pitch, automatic and manual switch, and if you're in manual mode, that'll control the propeller pitch. Top, there's your bullet counters. The gun sight can be folded away using right Alt and F by default. Coming into the main panel, there's your MW50 injection pressure and the values relating to using it. And a starter. The landing gear, retract and extend buttons. Landing gear position indicators. Magnetos. Airspeed indicator in kilometers per hour. Altimeter in kilometers. The MW50 switch, artificial horizon, repeater compass, vertical speed indicator in meters per second, and the AFN2 homing indicator. Moving over to the right hand side, got the clock, split fuel and oil pressure gauge, water temperature, oil temperature, tachometer, propeller pitch indicator, manifold pressure, your fuel gauge, and then the fuel warning light. Underneath the main panel is your bomb control panel, and over on the right you got your water radiator control. It can be automatic or manual, navigation instrument lights, and the oxygen equipment with radio controls. So to start the 109, we can close the canopy first. Now we just press E and the automated sequence will take over. So now you can look at the pilot's notes for the BF-109 K-4. Now the engine started, we get ready for taxi. Tail wheel is going to be unlocked, and we're going to extend the flaps out to 20 degrees. So looking for those two black bars. If you like, you can set your propeller pitch to manual as well as the radiator. Stabilizer trim, you want to be at +1 for the takeoff. Now ready for taxi. So just add some power and we start moving. Prepare for takeoff on the 109 K-4. The tail wheel is going to be locked. Flaps will be at 20 degrees. Horizontal stabilizer trim will be +1. Propeller pitch and water radiators will be automatic. As we apply power, we'll rotate at 170 km per hour. We begin retracting the flaps by 200 km per hour. And we'll begin our climb at 270 km per hour. So as we're coming up to the runway, we're going to get our tail wheel locked. This way we're going to be able to roll forward a few more feet, and we can come to a stop once we know the tail wheel is going to be in a locked position. So applying brakes, coming into a stop. Now our flaps are at 20 degrees, the two black marks. Horizontal stabilizer trim is at +1. Propeller pitch is an automatic, and the water radiator is automatic. Then we can start increasing the power to 1.35 atmospheres, nice and smooth. And we're going to need some right rudder to keep straight during the takeoff roll. As we start getting more speed, a bit of forward pressure, get the tail wheel off the ground, accelerate further. Coming up to 170 kilometers per hour, a little bit of back pressure, we rotate. And that positive rate of climb, with the landing gear up. Start accelerating towards 200 kilometers per hour, and then we begin retracting the flaps. Flaps should be retracted before 250 kilometers per hour. We don't overspeed them. And we can get to our best climb speed of 270 kilometers per hour at 1.35 atmospheres at 2400 RPM. That'll be best continuous climb. So we're going to get up to our pattern altitude, make that left turn, and then we'll look at how to land the BF-109 K-4. To land in the BF-109 K-4 on downwind, we're going to slow below 300 kilometers per hour and extend the landing gear. Tail wheel will also be locked. You're going to set your horizontal stabilizer trim to about -4 to -5. Propeller pitch will be manual at 12 o'clock position, or you can leave it in automatic. By the end of downwind, you're going to be slowing down to about 220 kilometers per hour, and you'll begin extending the flaps to full. You'll then begin a base to final turn, maintaining about 200 kilometers per hour throughout the turn. So we've made it below 300 kilometers an hour, so we can extend the landing gear. Looking for those two green lights to tell us they're down and locked. That stabilizer trim is set, same as our propeller pitch and water radiator. Coming up per beam, our touchdown point at 220 kilometers per hour, so we can start extending the flaps all the way, and we'll begin our base to final turn at 200 kilometers per hour. Going to make that nice gradual turn all the way around the final, trying to visualize our aiming point at the beginning of the runway. Adjusting power as needed for our airspeed and pitching towards that aiming point. And we start coming around on final, get a much better idea of where that aiming point is going to be. Make our adjustments again. So bring the wings level, line it up. Then running the airplane out, cutting the power to idle, on your 3-point position for the touchdown. Get full brake pressure on the stick, applying the brakes. Using that rudder for directional control on the runway. And we'll come to a complete stop. That completes the tutorial on how to fly the BF-109 K-4. If you liked it, let me know with a like button or a comment. Don't forget to be a subscriber using that notification bell icon so you can see new videos as they're released.